Welcome back to the channel, folks. We're going to go for a quick flight in the Super Chief. It's kind of a warm day here in Nevada County. I think it's about 91 degrees right now, but I got a few hours to go flying. So I want to head east. There's a kind of an area east of us that I've never really flown over and haven't really explored too much, mainly just because there's no reason to really go that way when I'm going somewhere. But I want to go check it out. And as a bonus side quest on this mission, I want to see how efficiently we can fly the Chief. So I've got a full tank of gas. We're gonna go fly around for, we'll probably be up there for an hour and a half. And I'm gonna see if I can get my fuel burn under 4 gallons an hour. I suspect I can. So we'll get off the ground and we'll climb slow and get up, I don't know, 7,000 feet where it's cooler and our efficiency is a little better. And just putt around and do some old-fashioned exploring.
My name is Jared White. Join me as we explore Northern California and beyond, enjoying the somewhat more affordable side of general aviation.
Chief is rolling.
So we're here east of Lake Tahoe. We got Lake Tahoe over here. And I want to venture out over into this area out here. This is kind of a strange area to the east of us, and we never really fly out here, partly because it's pretty remote. There's not much to do out there. But we'll leave Nevada County. So let's get our little ruler going here, and we'll head east for this North Fork of the American River, and head up towards like Royal Gorge up here. And then we'll turn south and fly over. I think this is French Meadows right here. So we'll fly over French Meadows. I want to go check out Hellhole, and then we'll turn kind of westerly, and we'll head down towards the Middle Fork of the American. We'll fly down this way, then we'll get down towards Auburn, and then we'll head back towards home. So what's that? 92 statute miles. So that should be a nice hour-long flight in the Chief. We'll get up high and pull back the power and see how much fuel we burn.
Alright, I'm picking up a nice thermal right here over this kind of open field. Just a second ago I saw 1,000 feet on my BSI there.
Vista traffic, Sky 211 Delta will be making a straight out departure and the Vista traffic.
Oh, there it is. But I'm starting to remember why I don't come out this way that often. It's pretty remote country out there. Not a lot of, oh, there's that thermal. Not a lot of places to land, so we're going to get some extra altitude. Oh, look at that, 1,000 feet per minute. It's hard to feel them out, but once you get in one, you can do some good climbing. So we're flying over Iowa Hill right now, and we're kind of looking up the North Fork of the American. Kind of right over there is Lover's Leap, if you're familiar with the area. Farther up that way is Royal Gorge in the haze. Oh, there's Sugar Pine Reservoir down there. Got some people in boats having a good time. Looks like the water level's pretty high. Oh, there's a campground on the north end of Sugar Pine Reservoir. Pretty nice campground area with a little island out there. Alright, well, we're still heading east. We've been finding some lift out here. We've been chugging along in the Chief at about 2,000 RPM. See, my throttle's out. Oh boy, well, we got a lot more throttle. So we're probably running at about 50% power. My mixture's pretty lean. We're up over 7,100. There's not too much out here though, it's just kind of some open fields. The North Fork of the American is way over there. I wanted to get closer to the river, but just, out here, there's just, all it is just forest. I kind of like having these little fields underneath me in case we have some mechanical trouble. So. I think we're going to head up this way now, though. Hopefully we'll be able to look down into Royal Gorge. gonna start heading a little bit more south. I think French Meadows is down this way. And I'm not too happy with my altitude. We're not as high as I'd like to be, so I'm gonna go ahead and push in the power. We're up here, we're almost to 8,000, but the Chief has got more to give. So we're gonna power up for a little while here and get some altitude. You never wanna run out of airspeed, altitude, or ideas. We're over the top of some lookout up here. I'm not sure which one that one is. I'll have to look it up when I get home. All right, we're within gliding distance of French Meadows. We're gonna pull our power back. We got up to, well, 8,700 here. Power's coming back. There she is. That's a pretty good sized lake right there. French Meadows Reservoir. Towards the top of French Meadows. This is French Meadows is well over a 2-hour drive from Grass Valley, but we've been flying for 39 minutes now. And we weren't even taking a direct route. And we weren't even flying with full power. We probably could have been here in 30 minutes if we wanted to be. All right, off to my right is Hellhole Reservoir, I believe. Looks like the water's coming down a little bit on it, but still looks nice. We'll go check that out in a little bit. In the meantime, I'm flying up towards the top of French Meadows. Kind of looks like a cool little spot to kind of explore on your kayaks. Straight ahead is the Desolation Wilderness. Kind of over there is Lake Tahoe. If it wasn't so hazy and we got up a little higher, we could probably see it. Then right down here, this is kind of the top of Hellhole Reservoir. Well, we're west of Hellhole Reservoir now. Kind of coming down the ridge. It's amazing how much of this area was burned in that fire. I'm gonna have to look it up. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a pretty good fire out here a few years back. There's a pretty cool little plateau out here. The fire just burned all of this whole area. There's some nice straight roads, but they're all a little bit too overgrown to be suitable landing spots for the Chief. All right, we're heading for Forest Hill. Well, we're heading back down the foothills now. We're, I don't know, we're about 5,800. We're starting to come down a little bit in altitude. It's awful hazy out there. Straight up ahead is Volcanoville somewhere. And then over to the right a little bit is Forest Hill. Then down there somewhere is the, I believe, the middle fork of the American River. All right, we're up here above the Oxbow Reservoir. This is kind of a little dam and reservoir on the American River. I think this is a popular spot for rafting. See why they call it Oxbow. Here we are over beautiful Forest Hill, California. Got some good bars down there. So there's an old runway right here in Forest Hill, but it's really overgrown. I'm gonna go fly over it, but looks like those big pine trees have just made it pretty much unusable. Yeah, that runway is just really tight. You might be able to get in there in an emergency, but it might not go pretty. Well, we're starting to get back towards civilization. There's Georgetown right up there. Ah, good old Georgetown. Birds.
Straight in.
So here's the middle fork of the American, kind of working its way down this canyon. But then right down below us, this should be the north fork of the American that we kind of flew up over. And then down there in the haze is the Forest Hill Bridge. And let's see, there we go, right out there is Auburn. All right, it's about time to head for home. We've been up in the air for an hour and a half now. So this will be like an hour and 45-minute flight. And I've just been chugging along, so we'll see how much fuel we burnt.
All right, the Super Chief's on the ground. So I just shut off the engine right about the 2-hour mark, and we idled for about 12 minutes before we took off. So we're flying for about an hour and 48 minutes, and that just about matches my time on ForeFlight. So we're gonna put some gas in her and see what our fuel burn was. All right, let's put some gas in this thing. My hope is that she takes 8 gallons or less. We'll see. All right, there we are. All right, how much do we? Whoa, 6 gallons and 6.35 gallons. That's some efficiency. All right, the Super Chief is back in the hangar. So I pumped 6.32 gallons of fuel. Yeah, but there was a little bit of room left in there. So I probably could have squeezed a little bit more in. So I'm gonna round that up to 6.5 gallons of fuel burnt. And we were aloft for 1.8 hours. Which comes to 3.61111 gallons per hour, which that's some pretty efficient flying. You know, at 5.26 or 5.23, whatever it is a gallon, I spent $33.29 in fuel and flew my plane around for almost 2 hours. So that's pretty nice. I've also I've been reading a lot of Bud Davidson's articles on I think it's airbum.com. He's a kind of a PITS instructor that's been flying for thousands of hours, and he has some pretty good articles. And my other goal today, kind of flying up kind of in those more remote areas, was to always 100% of the time have my
landing spot picked out if you know, if I had any mechanical troubles. And for pretty much the whole flight, I knew exactly where I'd go if I did have some engine trouble. And that's part of the reason why I didn't get too far over the North Fork of the American, because I just didn't feel like there was anywhere I could go if I had trouble out over there. So anyways, thanks for coming along, folks. If you enjoy the Ride in the Chief, subscribe up here and check out one of my other videos over here. I'll see you on the next one.